episode 9. Man, this one was heartbreaking. In previous episodes, you knew Jerry Buss's mother had cancer and her days were short. What he did in this episode, he tried some scientific medicine that astronauts were using to keep themselves in tip-top condition. And remember, this is 1980. No astronaut at the time had died of natural causes. And basically what this super serum was is what we sell now today at Jumbo Juice. Grass. It's grinded up, smushed up grass. That is the holy juice that they were using back in 1980 to prevent people from dying. Well, she was taking it. Jerry Buss thought she was getting better. And it was funny, him and his doctor, the one that's taking care of his mother, had a personal relationship. They would hang out, screw women together, hang out, drink with his doctor, you know. And they had grabbed some chicks, went back to the farm, was gonna go have a nice little menage a trois, whatever, right? And he pulled him aside. I said, man, I want to talk to you about my mom. I said, okay. And he said, look, I looked at the lab results. They haven't changed. And Jerry's like, okay, that's good. He goes, no, it's not good. In fact, it's gotten worse. Dude, she's dying. And I'm telling you to your face, spend as much time as you can with your mother. And Jerry Buss gets upset, kicks him out, you know, all kind of stuff, man. He's not taking it serious. But in the back of his mind, he knows something's up. So he takes one road trip. He comes and grabs his daughter. Come on, we're gonna go pick up grandma. We're gonna surprise her. We're gonna go hang out. They went to this place. They used to hang out when they were younger. Spent the night there. Very emotional, you know. He's talking to his mom. Granddaughter's there. They're learning how to play. Well, the mother and son are expert card players. They were teaching their daughter and granddaughter. And it was a tender moment. And she goes, son, I'm proud of you. And he was explaining, and she was explaining to her granddaughter how proud of your father is of you. He don't show it, but he's very proud. That's just the way men are. And she's like, are you really gonna win the championship with this Laker team? He goes, Mom, yeah, I think I am. He goes, Mom, just stick around long enough so you can see it. She goes, okay, and I will. She closes her eyes. She leans on his shoulder. She passes away. He thinks she's asleep. The granddaughter, Jenny, thinks she's asleep. No, man, she died peacefully, spending time with her son and granddaughter. It was tough. In the meanwhile, the Lakers are the top seed in the Western Conference. And back then, the top seed got a bye the first week. Yeah, back in those days, the first seed got a bye. And the cool thing was, the PR lady said, oh, we sold out of our home tickets for the game. We made over $500,000. And Jerry Buss was like, this is great news. She goes, no, I got bad news. Seattle Supersonics lost last night, so therefore, Lakers get a bye. So those tickets that we sold for the first round, we got to give the money back because we're not going to appear into the second round. Now, she did say we can make the money up if the Lakers go to the finals and win it all. Man, so you lose when you win. Ain't that a bitch? In the meantime, the Lakers don't have a coach. You got Jack McKinney trying to come back. And back in the days in Indiana, he had a memory lapse problem. And it's only getting worse. And he's fighting for his job. His marriage is coming unglued behind the situation. And Paul Westhead and Pat Riley are like, dude, we built this thing, you know? He got 10 wins, 4 losses. We got 50 wins, 18 losses. This is our team. The guys look up to us. We're in the playoffs. We're the number 1 seed in the West. We get a first bye in the playoffs for the first round. So this whole merry-go-round, and they got Jerry West to sit back and say, look, choose between Jack or Paul as our coach for the playoffs. And it was hard, man, because there was pros and cons. Jack came in to talk to him. He collapsed in the Laker hallway, don't know where he's at. His memory's really bad. I mean, he's in bad shape. But they were leaning towards Jack. At least Jerry Buss was. You got to remember, he's suffering from the loss of his mom. He can't feel good about the Lakers going to the playoffs. There's so many dynamics going on at the same time. But he goes by Jack McKinney's house to bring him some champagne. His intentions was, hey, welcome back, head coach. And he opens the door. He can barely see, like, who, hello? Hey, what's up, Jack? I came to bring you a surprise. And he calls out to his wife, hey, honey, can you sign for this? Somebody's here to give us something. Can you sign for it? And Jerry Buss looking at him like, hey, man, stop playing around. It's me. It's me. And he's like, yeah, babe. And she comes to the door. She goes, oh, hi, Jerry Buss. And Jack McKinney goes, and Jerry realizes for the first time, man, this dude is fucked up. He can't coach the Lakers. He plays it off. Hey, man, here's the champagne you guys both enjoy. He gets in his car. He's like, fuck. They have no coach. Then Jerry Buss comes in the office with Pat Riley and Paul Westhead and says, look, guys, I just came from Jack's house. Dude's done. Can you guys win the whole thing? Pat Riley stands up. Hell yeah, we can. Paul's a little hesitant, but he goes, yeah, we can. You know, that's just the kind of personality he had. And Jerry Buss looks at both of them and says, yeah, you better. Don't fuck this up. Man. In the meanwhile, Spencer Hayward, the power forward for the Lakers, man. He had a known drug problem. He's off and on, but he's back on that shit. He's having outbursts in the locker room. He's in practice, zoned out. People are tapping him on the shoulder. Hey, man, you okay? You ready? Ready to run drills? He wakes up. Oh, hey, man, I was meditating, motherfucker. Leave me alone. He's like, well, yeah, whatever. You know, Michael Cooper looked at him like, something's wrong. And he made a promise to Cat. I'm going to get my act together. Kareem's like, yo, man, what's up? Get your act together in his last couple of games because we need you for the playoffs. Straight up. He goes home, goes cold turkey for about a week or two and gets clean. And remember, he's raising a little daughter, a little infant child. And the rest of the season, they close out the season strong. Number 1 seed in the West. 8 days until you get to the finals, you know. And they get into the playoffs, and they're blowing through the competition. Second round, they play Phoenix Suns, blow them out the water. Next round, they play the Supersonics, Seattle, right? This is the same team that knocked them out last year, where they blew through them. And who's waiting for them in the finals in 4 days? Dr. J, Julius Erving, and the Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, it's going to be a great finals. And what happens with Spencer Hayward? Gets on that shit again. Comes to the locker room, laying on the floor, crying, sweating. And the whole team sees him. They're like, man, I'm done with this dude. I don't want to see this shit, you know. Norm Nixon walks off. Magic is like, what's up? Man, I just want to win a championship. What's going on? They should have listened to Pat Riley and got Bob McAdoo early on in the season. When he was available. So the coaches pulled the whole team together and said, look, man, let's take a vote. Who wants to keep Spencer on the team? Show of hands. Half the team raised their hands. Who wants to keep him? Split right down the middle. Kareem AbdulJabbar is the last vote. His vote is going to determine whether he stays or gone. And they cut to the next scene, and Kareem's walking to the locker room talking to him. And I got to tell you this, man. Spencer Hayward gave an emotional speech. He told Cap, hey, man, you ever been to Mississippi? Cap's like, no, man. Well, I grew up in Mississippi. I was a baby born with big hands, long fingers. And all of my family was like, oh, he's going to be special. He's going to be special. And we had this house nigga, light-skinned, high yellow nigga, who act like he was white. And when I was born, he looked at me like, oh, yeah, he's going to be a good cotton picker. The best cotton picker ever. With big, long fingers. Treated him like shit. So he has this stigma of being treated wrongly by his own kind, just to please the white man. In the South, they got down like that. So he made it out of turmoil and poverty and made it to the NBA. But he blames his drug addiction on his past, growing up in Mississippi. Is it an excuse or is it the truth? You don't know. He's like, well, here I am, Cap, sitting here, letting the white man determine my future. So what do these crackers want to do with me? He said, it ain't the crackers' idea, man, it's ours. Dude, you out. And I'm the determining vote. You're out of here. You let us all down. He gets mad, stands up, starts hitting lockers and stuff. Cap stands, look at him and says, what's up? Yeah, walks out. So here we are. It ends on a cliffhanger where it's time to go to the finals. And Magic Johnson is in the Forum by himself, practicing some new shots. He's working on a skyhook, the baby skyhook. He's trying and trying. Kareem walks in, man, what the fuck are you doing? Man, you fucking up my shot. He goes, hey, Cap, you know, since Spencer Hayward is gone, you're gonna need more help down low. So I'm gonna try to body up and play power forward / point guard and help you out. He goes, young dude, I appreciate that, brother. Let me show you how to do it. So Kareem is teaching him how to do the skyhook, the most undefensible shot ever created in the NBA. And it goes off. Great episode. My eyes got watery because Jerry Buss was busted up. When his mother passed, he was crying uncontrollably. The granddaughter got in bed with her at the hospital, was hugging her, rubbing her face, because she was legally dead, but they kept her alive. And the doctor said, look, dude, same doctor that Jerry Buss dogged out. I said, look, man, she's already gone. This machine is keeping her alive. When you're ready to say your goodbyes, just push this button. She's gone for good. So a couple of days go by, you know, the playoffs are happening, and he's not even at the games. He's in the hospital with his mom, knowing the outcome. And he finally says, it's time. They're watching the playoff games on TV. Hard to feel good about your team winning when your mom is laying there in a vegetable state. But he pushes the button. The breathing machine stops. She stops breathing on her own. And the machine is no longer there to help her breathe. She officially is dead. He cries, man. He cries and cries because he loved his mom. He really loved his mom. It was tough. It was tough to watch. Excellent episode. Now we're down to the finale. Episode 10 next week. I hate to see this show go, man. This is a great show. And it's a shout out to the techniques, the camera tricks, the dolly shots, the texture of the film. God, this movie is great. I love this show, man. The actors are giving it 110%. Whew. I love it. Peace. Until next week, y'all. Know the routine. Fade to black.